All right, so it looks like we got our Kevins mixed up, our white Kevins mixed up. So yesterday, it surfaced about the Tahoma County mass shooting that happened at the elementary school there. That the shooter was allegedly, and I did say allegedly, this guy here, Kevin Dale Martin, born in '61. Um, and now it is confirmed that it's not this particular Kevin. It is this guy, Kevin Jansen Neal. And now it has been confirmed on mainstream media sites like Heavy.com. Shout out to Lisa Cabrera, who did let me know in the video I posted yesterday about that. So, yeah, definitely confirm that it is this guy, this white guy, this troglodyte, Kevin Jansen Neal, who is the mass shooter who went on a rampage for 45 minutes, according to this report. Killed at least 5 people, did not kill any children, which is very good, and wounded 10 others, including small children, through the tiny rural community in Northern California. You see, this is the trend with, these white identity extremists, mass shooters. The trend is, of course, those are the true domestic terrorists. Okay, those are the real terrorists in the so-called United States. Those are the terrorists. We know this. Those are facts. But also the trend is that, the past month we had 2 mass shootings, right? One in Texas, in a rural area, very small town, populated with basically 99.9% people classified as white. And now this particular town, and I never heard of this county in Northern California, Tahoma County, if that's even how you pronounce the name. But they're happening in these small rural towns. They seem like they're disconnected from reality, which they are. And they go on these mass shooting sprees and cause chaos. And that's the trend. That's the pattern. That's the effect of how this is the effect of someone that's a white identity extremist that is affected by epigenetics, meaning that his behavior, his erratic behavior, is the result of something embedded in their DNA. This is something that they cannot fix. This is born with them. This type of behavior, these mass shootings that have been happening for the past 2 years, people classified as white are the mass shooters, are the domestic terrorists. Those are facts. But the pattern is that they really come from these small rural areas. Dylan Roof, for example, just came out of nowhere and blasted our people in a black church. Showed no remorse. Was arrested, still alive, brought to Burger King to have some lunch, and now he's in jail, still living. And our people who are engulfed and just completely taken over by religion want to forgive this demon, this troglodyte, right? This abhorrent, right, animal, devil in Dylan Roof. So, it's a result of just being caught up in the system of racism, white supremacy, and being engulfed in bondage of religious beliefs such as Christianity. But of course, that's another topic for another day, which I've already talked about. Check out my past videos about that. Why people are leaving the black church and stuff like that. So, but yeah, this guy looks just as crazy, if not more crazier than this guy here. He looks like a meth head, crackhead, mass shooter. And this guy looks like a meth head, crackhead. Matter of fact, he looks like Stephen Paddock, to be honest. They all look the same. They all look coked out, methed out. Just they look crazy. This guy looks crazy. This guy looks crazy. So, like I said, this guy was allegedly reported yesterday. I did report on it because it wasn't confirmed, but I put it out there that it was this guy, Kevin Dale Martin. It's not him. It is officially confirmed that it's this guy who was the mass shooter at the Tahoma County Elementary School. This guy here, Kevin Jansen Neal. Okay. again, this is a growing trend. This is not a growing trend. Has been a trend for 500 years. Terrorists have been people classified as white. See, what happens is when I point out facts, trolls, troglodytes, people who don't like to hear facts, they resort to name calling, they deny, deflect, and be dismissive. They point out to fake news, fake facts. They spin. And like I said, the three characteristics of someone that does not want to dispute or does not have any factual credence or evidence to what you're saying, they do three things. They deny, deflect, and be dismissive. And I've talked about this before. So when I present to you facts about mass shooters are people classified as white, okay, as a race, those are the true domestic terrorists. Those are the real terrorists. Those are the real threats. And then you have the FBI that has the nerve to identify people classified as white as black identity extremists when mass shooters are classified as white. So we've always had FBI infiltrated with white supremacists, with white identity extremists. White identity extremists are in the FBI. White identity extremists are in law enforcement. Those are facts. There is a report. And coincidentally, there is a report by the FBI indicating there is an infiltration of white supremacists in law enforcement. And I've talked about that article before. Check out my older videos. Okay. This is the video. This is the interview I played yesterday. They did identify the person as someone named Neil in his 50s. So they were off by the age. He wasn't in his 50s. He was in his 40s. This guy, Kevin Jansen Neal, he died at the age of 43. But again, this guy still looks like a dope head, crackhead, meth head, PCP. Looks like he just does every drug under the book. And he shows signs of someone who is a mass shooter, and he is a mass shooter. I'm not sure if this guy has a extensive criminal record. I didn't look into that as of yet. I did Google his name. I didn't see nothing pop up regarding a criminal record, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, he's dead. I wouldn't be surprised if he does have an extensive criminal record. It doesn't really matter because if Stephen Paddock was a guy who had no criminal record and did the mass shooting of his own people. Over 55 people were killed in the mass shooting in Las Vegas at the country music concert. So it doesn't matter if they have a criminal record or not. White identity extremists, mass shooters are who they are. They would snap at the drop of a hat and kill anybody or anything. Those are the characteristics of a white identity extremist mass shooter. Those are facts. You can, all the trolls and all the people who oppose facts, actual facts with primary sources to back up your claims, like what I'm looking at right now. This is a confirmed mainstream media website, heavy.com. These are facts. This guy is identified as Kevin Jansen Neal, who is classified as white. And this has been another mass shooting in the past month by someone classified as white. You don't have to, you don't have to keep spinning facts. Deal with it. Deal with the facts. Are the people in power, such as Donald Trump, aka Clockwork Orange, is he going to look into this? Is he going to do an investigation as to why these trends are happening? Why these mass shootings are happening? Why people classified as white are doing these mass shootings? Is he going to do like a investigation like President Lyndon B. Johnson, who did all of his reports back in the 60s, the commission reports and stuff like that? Is he going to do something like that? I highly, highly, highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. This is a trend that's going to continue to happen. And these are the facts. And that's it. Just deal with it. Just deal with those facts. All right. So, again, this is the confirmed suspect, Kevin Jansen Neal. He did kill at least 5 people. Did not kill any children, but did wound at least 10 people, including children. He is dead. He is deceased. And this guy looks like a meth head, crackhead, cokehead, does every drug under the book. looks crazed. Look at his eyes. Look at his face. It just is like a complete weirdo, zombie, and he's dead. And good riddance. So anyway, family, those are my thoughts on that. Leave your comments down below in the comment section about this. What do you think was going to happen with these mass shooters who are going to continue to trend and do these random shootings? Do you think the government will step in? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Until next time, family, Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.